Hello and welcome, crafty friends. This is Rachel, Crafting Mama Bear. In today's video, I will be showing you how to make this Valentine's Day floral wreath using all items from Dollar Tree. This video is a collab video with Stephanie C and Jessica Sunshine here on YouTube. I will leave links to their videos down below. So after you are finished here, be sure to head over to their channels and see what they made. So for this wreath, I'm going to be using one of the Dollar Tree wreath forms, 2 rolls of the pink burlap, 1 of these XOXO ribbons, and some jute cord that I picked up from Walmart for a little under $2. And I will also be using a bunch of different flowers. I think I had 5 different roses, some dahlias, peonies, and ranunculus flowers. And as far as tools go, all you will need are your scissors and a hot glue gun. To start this out, you are going to hot glue the burlap onto each other. So make sure that you hot glue it on the back so you don't see the end of your piece of mesh, or sorry, the piece of burlap that you're working with, and just wrap it around. I wrapped it pretty tightly, pretty closely together, and it eliminated me being able to see any of the wire form underneath. But you will need 2 full rolls of this. I cannot speak today. And I didn't glue it as I wrapped. I glued it at the beginning and at the end. So here I did glue the end on top, but I just decided that I was going to attach my flowers onto that spot. So now I'm going to take my XOXO ribbon and I'm going to wrap that around, going the opposite direction that I wrapped the burlap. So I hot glued it in the back, and I'm going to leave I don't know, probably a 2-inch gap in between my wraps for this. And again, on this, you can hot glue it after a couple wraps. I did not. I just glued it at the beginning and at the end. Once I had my ribbon on, I went ahead and took my jute string . I will hot glue that onto the back, and then I wanted to cross it over my ribbon, so it kind of made an X pattern. So this is going to go the opposite way that I put my satin ribbon on. I hope that makes sense. So right there you can see that it's making an X pattern over my satin ribbon. And I actually think that I would have preferred if I would have used some nautical rope instead of this. I just think it didn't quite give me the overall look that I was hoping for. Nonetheless, I think it turned out really pretty. So that would be my advice if you would recreate this, is to use some nautical rope instead of jute cord. My husband's sitting in the chair with my daughter, hanging out with me while I'm making this. I swear, I could never do a video without doing a voiceover because there's always something going on. So for my flowers, I take them off of the stem. I cut down the extra plastic piece on the flower so it's flat and flush. I pull off the plastic part on the leaves, and then I'm going to add some hot glue onto the base of my flower and then attach my leaf onto it. I mentioned this in my last video where I made my Valentine's Day centerpiece that I know a lot of people, when they're working with florals, they like to take the greenery out. I like to leave it in. I think that it just adds a more natural look and it helps. I don't know. I like the added greenery, so I'll just leave it at that. You do what you want. So my color scheme for my wreath, and the next week I will be posting my Valentine's Day decor that I have on my mantle, was all based on the little candy conversation hearts. I just was inspired by all the colors in them, so that's what I ended up doing. So for placing my flowers, I'm just putting a big old blob of hot glue, and I'm going to hold them down onto the wreath form and just make sure that they're secure. And most of these flowers, I had 2 of the same. So these were the leftovers from my my mantle decor, and most of the bouquets had 2 florals left on them. So I just made sure to space them out when I was attaching them on to my wreath. And I guess you could just take the flowers and do 1 row all the way across the middle, but I wanted that kind of off-kilter look by putting all of the flowers just on one side. And it filled up about, I don't know, a quarter, maybe a little bit more. I don't think it's quite half of the wreath, but it's very pretty. I was really happy with it, minus the jute. I really wish I would have used nautical rope. So here is my completed wreath. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave it a thumbs up. And remember, this is a collab video, so be sure to head over to Stephanie C. and Jessica Sunshine's pages. I will leave links to their channels in the description below. And if you are stopping by from one of their channels, hello and welcome. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. And until next time, bye-bye.